Productions.
نمضي جنودا نجوب الوهادي، نمضي أسودا لا نخشى الوغادي، نمضي جنودا نمضي أسودا نمضي جنودا.
All praise is due to the Almighty Lord, who perfected our deen for us, completed His favour upon us, chose Islam to be our way of life, thus guided or commanded us to seek guidance from His straight path, the path on whom He has bestowed upon those who are favoured by the Almighty Lord, not those who have been angered, who have earned His anger, or those who have went astray. I bear witness without any compulsion that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah. He is alone and He has no partner. And I testify that our beloved Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah ibn Abdul Muttalib sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is a slave and messenger of Allah. To him was given the clear and pure path, commanded to follow this path. He became the walking model of Islam. He practiced what he preached. He carefully and meticulously followed the Qur'an, lived the Qur'an at every aspect and in every single detail, as mentioned by Aisha bint Abi Bakr radiyallahu ta'ala anha or anhuma, that his character was the Qur'an. Thus he became the greatest role model to walk the face of this earth. He was a walking example of what Allah Ta'ala, your Creator, wanted you to be like. لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ لِمَنْ كَانَ يَرْجُو اللَّهَ وَالْيَوْمَ الْآخِرَ وَذَكَرَ اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا. Indeed, in the Messenger of Allah, there was a beautiful pattern of conduct for anyone whose hope is in Allah and the last day, and the one who engages much in Allah's praise. Brothers and sisters, we must live His example, strive to follow His exalted ethical and moral ways. His example must and should be our paradigm. His standard should be our highest objective goal in life. When you go to the supermarkets, the service stations, the news agents, the stationaries, the shops, or the like of all these, you find in abundance magazines, newspapers, books, or anything else speaking or telling about the lives of the filthy lives of the rock, pop, sport, and movie stars. How this one conceived at a one-night stand, how this one died due to an overdose, how this one got kicked out of this activity due to a positive test reading, how this one flirted with this person, how this one stole the husband of this person. And the sad thing about this is, these are sold and are sold out. People buy these things. They love these people. They're their role models. They want to know everything about them. How they ate, drank, sat, slept, walked, stood, everything. Their filthy lives, they want to be like that filthiness. A non-Muslim teacher asked his third grade class, each student, what would you like to be? Or who would you like to be when you grow up? One of them said, I would like to be like Tiger Woods. The other said like Leighton Hewitt. The other said like Nicole Kidman or Britney Spears. One of them said, I want to be Satan himself. Or as portrayed on television, Satan is a furious person with great power. until one student from amongst all this crowd, all these students said, I want to be like Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The teacher replied, Muhammad who? Be non-Muslim. Muhammad, the greatest man that walked this earth. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When parent conference teacher and I came up, he asked the parents of this child, who this person is? Who is Muhammad? They said, every time we have spare time, we sit with our child and read to him the stories of the prophets. We do not allow him to go on the television, nor on the computer, but we read to him the stories of the prophets. They have become his role models. He has fallen in love with these people. He wants to be just like them. Beautiful parents, beautiful children. Evil parents, bad parents, bad children. Logic, rationality. The uniqueness of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is that he was not only a perfect person for his time or his people, but for all times, all people of race, color, nationality, geographical location. He was good for the 7th century and for the 21st century and beyond. He was good for the rich and the poor, the young and the old, for the rulers and the ruled. He was good for the most intelligent and the most common. قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا النَّاسِ إِنِّي رَسُولُ اللَّهِ إِلَيْكُمْ جَمِيعًا. Say, O people, I am a messenger of Allah to all of you. His character, Allahu Akbar. It was not restricted to a few moral attributes, no. But included diverse traits and aspects of life. It was compassionate, merciful, caring, affectionate, loving. He was romantic. He was also brave, courageous, powerful, a warrior, eloquent, wise and insightful. He saluted first the one that he met. When he met his companions, he handshaked with them. His hand in their hand, his fingers in their fingers, and he would not withdraw until the latter withdrew first. He would give his pillow to whomever he met. And every single companion believed that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam honored him more than anyone else. He would call his companions by their kunyas with honor. And those with no kunya, he would give them a kunya. He would call the ladies by the names of their issues and others by their surnames. He would call the boys by the kunyas which was inclined to their heart. He was a planner, a thinker, an organizer. He was involved and active with his family, his community. He was exemplary as a teacher, preacher, leader, statesman, businessman, a judge, a ruler. He was a commander of the armies. He was an excellent husband. He was a great father and grandfather. He was a great neighbor, friend, companion. He was extremely humble. He sat, drank, and mingled with the poor, and did not allow anyone to stand up for him when he entered an enmasse of people. He was honest, and no one could accuse him of dishonesty. Even his enemies did not accuse him of dishonesty. When he went to an assembly, he did not tell this person, get up, I'm here now. He sat wherever there was room, and he said, without anyone moving from his place for him. He did not seek places of prominence nor elevation. He stepped on a reed mat and did not complain. A mat made of leaves which marked his body when he stood up. He did not complain because he was ascetic towards worldly possessions, extremely patient. He was content with very little. He knew that true happiness in this life and the next can only be with contentment. And contentment can only be when your heart is with Allah. When your heart is with Allah. And who can be a greater fool than the one who fails to adopt this excellent, perfect character? Than the one who fails than to adopt